Howdy folks, this is Big Sam. We're out here walking around the ranch today. Some of y'all might notice I got with me my trusty Type 53 Mosin Nagant carbine here. Now I want to talk a little bit today about why I never go into the woods without a Mosin, and why you should never go in the woods without some sort of gun. Of course, some places it's not legal to, and in those areas, I would strongly advise to question A, if you can't take a gun with you, do you really need to go? And B, is it really as safe as you might think? Now around here, this is pretty normal day here. As you can see, it's pretty peaceful. And I want to talk a little bit today about Lenny the coyote. Now Lenny was a really nice coyote, and he never really dealt me a lot of trouble. He never really left huge messes everywhere. He did a good job of taking care of our rodent problem here at the ranch. Overall, I would say Lenny was a pretty nice fella. The problem is, though, the key word in that statement is was. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That, folks, is Lenny the coyote. Now, a day or two ago, Lenny was happily roaming around here, eating mice, and just generally being happy to be alive, as we all are. But as you can see now, Lenny the coyote got yeeted. And I think this helps illustrate why it's always a really good idea to carry a gun with you when you get in the woods, like this guy right here. What happened to Lenny? Well, you see, around these parts, we have a bit of a mountain lion problem. Now, we have one that lives and roams around these parts at night. In particular, her name is Dolly Parton. So, sweet little Dolly Parton likes to roam around here at night, and unfortunately, she has a huge appetite for dogs. And with that comes coyotes like poor little Lenny here. Unfortunately, when our neighbors down the street moved in the very same day, Dolly went over, ran, jumped the fence, picked up one of their hound dogs, and ran off with that hound dog. And that's the last we ever saw of that hound dog. So Dolly's got a little bit of blood in her fangs, and she's got a taste for dogs. But unfortunately, she may also have a taste for some other things, in particular Big Sam, or maybe, as some of y'all know, Big Sam is the keeper of the cows. Some of Big Sam's cows, when they're out here, well, they're not really my cows, but I'm the keeper of the cows. So if they're out here roaming about, well, if Dolly gets a taste for them, that could be a bad deal for them. So, whenever I go in the woods, I like to have something handy like this Mosin here. And it's not because I have any intention of hurting anything or the intention of wanting to hurt something. But let's face it, if it's going to come down to me or some wild rabid animal, it's not going to be me, folks. That I can tell you. So it's always handy to have something close by. And unfortunately, especially when you're in a place like this, which you feel at home, or maybe it is your home and you live out in the woods somewhere, maybe it's a place you've known all your life, sometimes it's easy to get a false sense of security about things. It's extremely important to stay vigilant. You never know what's going to be around the next tree, the next corner, or the next rock. It could be Lenny here, or it could be Dolly Parton. So it's always good to be ready. Now, when I was back in the Boy Scouts, our motto was, be prepared. And that's why I always carry a Mosin in the woods. Now, unfortunately, some of, probably not our viewers, but some of the more city-going types of people in our society tend to be a little more petrified by the sight of an old rifle like this than they are at the thought or the sight of an actual threat like a mountain lion, which I think goes to show a little bit about how disconnected a lot of society is from reality. When we get so coddled with all of the nice things technology and things that are out in the world, we tend to forget, well, one, where dinner comes from. But hopefully Lenny here is not dinner, but he was somebody's dinner. That I can tell you. But, you know, life's not all fun and games, folks. For a lot of people in the world, probably the majority of the people in the world, life ain't easy. And there's a lot of threats out there. So be prepared, folks. Because I don't want any of y'all to end up like poor little Lenny the coyote here. Because that would be a bad day for everybody. I don't want to get any emails from y'all saying that you got eaten by Dolly Parton. So until next time, thanks for watching. Let me know if y'all got any prayer requests. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.